Welcome back to my NoFilter podcast. Oh shit, is this my this is my oh god, ew, this is I like to blow my nose into clothing because it's a lot easier on my nostril skin. And yeah. Welcome back to my NoFilter podcast, like I was trying to say. If you guys are liking what you're hearing, and if you want to keep listening to more, don't be scared to scroll through my recommendations and give it a like and possibly subscribe. A lot of you guys are new here. My subscriber count's going up, but not as much as my viewers. So how about we start throwing some subscribe buttons out there? What the fuck? Help your bro out. All right, I'm trying to retire from my current job. How am I supposed to do that if you people don't subscribe? Man, it's been a rough couple days. I finally got allergy medicine. I broke down. I got new allergy medicine because every time I fucking took Claritin, it didn't really help my allergies, but it kind of fucked with my boners and stuff. You know what I'm saying? Like it didn't feel right. Like each stroke felt different. You know, like when you look at different colors and you know what that color would taste like. That's kind of like it was kind of fucking my nut up and stuff. So I had to switch off Claritin, which by the way, Claritin to me is like your boss trying to tell you they work just as hard as you do. And we all know that's a lie. So Claritin doesn't work. So I'm in Walmart and I'm like, I need something. I need something that's gonna help my allergies and that's gonna let me sleep through the night because it's been like 4 or 5 days without me getting proper sleep, like consistently waking up, hawking a noogie, sniffling, blow my fucking nose. My nose is rar. It's not even a fucking word. My nose is so raw that like fucking Gordon Ramsay would be yelling and slamming on the table how fucking raw it is. So I go in there and I ask this guy. I go, "Hey, is this some good shit?" He goes, "I don't work in the pharmacy." Well, no fucking shit. You're clearly wearing a blue Walmart vest. I'm just asking, have you taken this before? And is it good shit? And he goes, I really don't get allergies. And I'm like, whatever. Fucking idiot. You don't know what I'm talking about. So, I walk up to the pharmacy. And, I ask this lady, I don't know her name. And I go, is this good? Like, would you recommend this? She goes, I'm actually not a pharmacist, so let me go get someone. And I'm thinking to myself, if you're not a pharmacist, get the fuck out from behind the counter, you idiot. What are you wasting my time for? You're wearing the white vest and everything, right? So this lady comes over, I'm like, is this good? She goes, Benadryl, I think, is better. It reacts faster, but it doesn't last as long. And I was like, me too, Benadryl, me too. So she goes, but Zyrtec's really good. I like it. So I end up getting it, and I just took one right now, everybody. So if I fall asleep mid-podcast, I will just let it go. I'm just gonna let it run, and you're gonna have to estimate how long you think I'm sleeping for, or what. And if I fall asleep and it's like 3 hours long, just you can listen to me sleep, I guess. So I'm thinking to myself, I was like, is this good? And she goes, yeah, it's good. I'm like, how good? Is this gonna knock me out like Bill Cosby just put a spike in my drink and in about 5 minutes I'm gonna be half dead over this bar stool? Or is it like gonna knock me out like Mike Tyson, 30 seconds in the ring? Like, what's the deal here? She goes, nah, you should be okay. She's like, you probably could take 2 if you really want, but she goes, really watch for drowsiness. Like, I feel it right now. I feel it right now in my fucking eyes. Maybe it's because I'm laying down. I love doing my podcast in bed, by the way. Like, the bed is good for everything. Eating, masturbation, /sex, okay? I don't always masturbate. I don't really masturbate that much anymore. It's just not fun. You can only get so freaky with a Pringles can, okay? You know what's weird? It's weird because, like, I feel like dicks should come with whiskers. You know what I'm saying? Like, because I'm pretty sure every dude has tried to put their dick in a Gatorade bottle. And every guy listening to this can relate. And it doesn't fit. It doesn't fit. And it's like, like you could squeeze the tip down. All my male audience, by the way, over the age of 18. Everybody knows that you could squeeze the tip that forces all the blood out, but the rest of the dick is still full of blood. Like, so I think like dick should come with whiskers so they know what hole they can fit. You know what? Hold up. How big is the vagina hole then? Because I'm thinking about it right now. I'm like, damn, I ain't tearing a girl open like a fucking soggy, wet paper bag that your mom used to give you for lunch because you couldn't afford an actual lunchbox. But in the end, it would have made more sense to get an actual lunchbox because paper bags were pretty expensive back then, like $4 for 100. And by the time you got to halfway through the school year, you're already through 30 different bags. And so I just think it would be more responsible to buy a real lunchbox. But it's just like, I'm not tearing a girl open like that, but I'm also not leaving a dent. Does that make sense? Like, I've been there. Cream pies, moon pies, apple pies, everywhere, across the table. So, how big is the vagina hole? I'm gonna look this up really quick because I'm slightly curious now. Okay. Boo. What is the diameter of a vagina hole? 2.4 to 6.5. God damn. That is equivalent to 0.94 to 2.56 inches. What is the normal size vagina hole? How do you measure? Okay, I don't know how they measure. This was in 2006, and our technology was not that good. Okay, so everybody keep that number in mind. Oops. I clicked. What is the diameter of a Gatorade bottle? 3. Oh my! This makes no sense. I must have a fat fucking dick, because it says the measure is tip in diameter is 3 to 6 inches. Oh wait, that's in height. Damn it. Okay. I'm trying to look for like what is the diameter of a Gatorade bottle cap? 38 millimeter. Okay, yeah, that. So a cap, I guess, is relatively small. I guess it's a little bit bigger than the actual rim of the bottle. But you know what I'm saying? Like, dick should have whiskers so they know what they can fit into and what they can't. It's kind of like cat logic. God, I want a cat. I just want to like give it all my love, but I'm not home enough. Like. And not to mention, I'd have to add the cat to the lease, and then it's just a little bit more than just, having a fucking cat. Oh my god. John, you listening to this? I'm texting John back right now. John, you doing it? You listening to this right now? How you doing, John? I know you've been out of town for the past week and a half. I was. Guys hear that? So I was like listening to a podcast the other day, and they were doing some advertisements. And one of the advertisements was, "Get your nursing degree online now." Did I talk about this just now? I know I'm redoing this podcast really quick because I hated the first 7 minutes of it, but the nursing degree thing online just makes no sense to me. Because it's like, if you want to be an accountant, take all the fucking online classes you want. Like, I feel like you shouldn't have to waste your time if you could fucking crank out an 8-hour class in 30 minutes for an accounting, But like a fucking nurse, you should be going to school. They should be studying you as a person, because like, how do they know you're not a fucking psychopath? And not to mention, you're a fucking nurse. Like, you should be going in person. People exist. They just hand out degrees for anything these days for a small loan of $1 million. Fucking goddamn. They were just talking about on a Joe Rogan podcast about how like Joe Biden wants to clear all this fucking student loan debt. And it's like, nah, you went to fucking school. You made that decision to get a shitty art degree. Now you're gonna fucking sit down, you're gonna take that shitty art degree, and you're gonna pay it off with that $4,000 you make a year. Now, I'm not shitting on artists. Like, I know a lot of good artists, but the problem is that field is not for the just the basic artist. Like, Your art has to stick out. It's got to be different. Like jewelry, jewelry, jewelry. Did I say that right? I hope I did. You know that jewelry making, and fucking makeup artists along with the art itself. Like all that's gotta be. Is this mic leaning towards me? I can't tell. God damn, calm down. I ain't trying to move it. I'm not trying to make moves on you, girl. Just relax. No, all that stuff is like it's a very competitive field, especially right now with everybody fucking doing it. I don't think I should be paying for your debt that you decided to choose, because debt just does not disappear. Debt like moves around. That debt is forever owned until it's paid back. So with that being said, this whole fucking student loan forgiveness thing, he got every single one of you motherfuckers that voted for him to actually think that that is possible, and it keeps getting fucking turned back because it's stupid. It's a stupid idea, because if I start getting taxed for your college degree, theoretically I'm paying for a college degree, so it's mine as well, right? That's how that works. And not to mention, like, none of these kids here know how to fucking handle like their own payments because their mommy and daddy took care of everything. I saw it through high school, and I'm like, oh yeah, you're gonna be a college scholar. That's what you're gonna be, you fucking idiot. So, oh god, I feel Bill Cosby's presence, man. I'm falling into a slumber. Oh, it's chilly in here. Oh my god. And that obviously, like, if you're a doctor and like you're having a hard time paying I feel like there should be forgiveness in certain fields. Like, I became a doctor and my debt's $400,000. Okay, maybe we could give you some $10,000 off. That's fine. The interest will build it back up anyway. Because it's a fucking doctor. Like, you're doing a job that's gonna require 90% of your free time, no matter where you're at. Like, I know this isn't like a TV show, and you're not gonna get paged in the middle of the night because no one has pagers anymore. You could just received a text message and say that your phone died, but kind of going back to what I was saying, it's like you don't even gain your degrees online. How does that go back together? I don't know. How does that make sense? Oh, that should be getting your degrees online, but I don't know. To me, that just makes no sense. Don't put your fucking weight of debt on me because you're like, oh, I can't afford it. Then don't go to school for art. Pick a trade. That's needed. Fucking idiot. Learn how to plumb a toilet. Maybe you'll get somewhere. Which plumbers make good money. So do electricians and carpenters and all that good stuff. So always lean towards a trade. There's nothing wrong with that. It's a little bit harder labor, but the people who go to trade are just, to be honest, smarter than fucking people who go to college. I know I want to go back at some point, but just for the hot moms that are there. I want to go to like a college that's only good for like the older people, and I just want to like fuck grandmas and shit. I don't know. I have to get it out of my system. I want to fuck a grandma at least once. I want to fuck her so bad that her hip breaks off. Oh god, can you imagine? Like, she's in a wheelchair at Thanksgiving. You know what? You know what's so fucked up? I just read an article not too long ago about how a kid was cooking food and he fell asleep, and the house ended up burning down, killing him and his handicapped sister and his handicapped sister's friend, because I guess they were trapped upstairs. Now, I'm not gonna lie to you. If I didn't have I don't know what kind of handicap they had. It didn't really specify, but I'm just gonna take the basics here and be like, oh, they just didn't have function of their legs. I would throw myself down the stairs, wheelchair and all. I would try to do like a fucking Tony Hawk trick or something. Because either way, it's either you're dying lame or you're dying cool. There's no way away. Like, not to mention, was there not cell phones around at this time? All right, now I'm skeptical about the article, but yeah, I guess they all died. I'm like, if I was you, I would have thrown myself down the stairs. Oh my god. So, Mike Tyson, is that you? No, but I would throw myself down the stairs and, crawled my way outside, yell for help. Like, was there no windows upstairs that they could have called for help with? I'm like, now I'm skeptical. Not to mention, like, Like, what kind of kitchen do they have? I always tell my friend, because his mom loves to make fried chicken. Love her to death, but god damn, she's like your typical black lady. Makes a lot of fried chicken and stuff. And, like, you could see it on the walls, like, that they make the fried chicken. Because they got that weird layer of grease. Or they moved houses, recently. And you could just, like, if you were to rub your finger on the wall, it's like you just ran your finger through an old pan of bacon grease. And what's it called? That's what their wall felt like. And to be honest, with houses that have that kind of condition, that shit's more prone to burn down faster, isn't it? Right? I don't know. I'm not a fucking fire expert, but I'm assuming it's not safe. Fucking walls were so greasy you could slide off them. Oh my god. Love them to death, but they gotta stop eating all that fucking fried chicken. I want to fry a turkey, by the way. I want to fry one in like a football stadium full of other turkeys while they watch me do it. That would show dominance. I have this fucking 20-pound turkey. You know what? First person to say they want this turkey, I'll fucking mail it to you in this fucking soggy USP box. So, I have this like 20-pound turkey in my fucking in my freezer, and I really hope I'm talking loud enough. I just want to get rid of it, and I don't want to cook it because I'm lazy. If it takes more than 2 hours right now, I'm not feeling it. That's why I like, that's why I really like going to other people's houses for Thanksgiving, because it's like, oh, thank God I don't have to prep the turkey. I'll cook everything else and I'll clean everything else, but just do not fucking leave the turkey to me. I think it's just boring. It's a lot of go, wait. And then you're waiting for the next fucking 4 to 6 hours on low heat. But you know what? This year I don't have a lot of traveling to do for my family related. I will be celebrating a lot of it alone, and you know what? I'm okay with that. I'm gonna see my grandma and stuff. But one of the questions I had recently, forgot what podcast it was on. It was like one somewhere in the middle. They're like, "Oh, why you talk bad about your dad a lot?" Question mark. And the answer is yes, I do. Me and my dad don't get along. And so before you decide to start typing your next fucking comment, I'm going to talk to you right now, Xavier. I'm calling your bitch ass out. I get that question a lot. Oh, since you and your dad don't talk, do you and your stepmom talk? And the answer is no. It's kind of like a I'm on the left side of the bridge, you're on the right, and I'm going to cut a hole in the middle so no one has contact with me. For the better, not my place to get into, but for sure, it's just like, no, I don't talk to anybody from that bloodline. Here's the thing, though. Gotta give 100% respect and love to her children who picked their mom's side on this one, right? So my stepmother has kids. I will not name them. I have not named any of my family on this podcast because it's pretty easy to find them at this point. So I never insulted my stepbrothers and their stepmom. I think they're all fantastic. But I have to give them props because they stuck with their mother on that, on a certain thing. And, my father betrayed his bloodline for pussy. Like, that's just how it is, And I give a lot of respect to my stepbrothers because even being young enough, they know that having family is more important than disagreeing with your mom on something. So, shout out to them. I won't name them. But, yeah, man, that shit's crazy. I see that all the time, though, where fucking bloodline gets split up because they let someone from the outside come in and fucking mess up the whole track. Whether they think it's good or bad for that person, I think 100% the logic's kind of fucked. Because that's how it happens with one kid, and then another, and then another, and next thing you know, that one person in your family doesn't talk to anybody else. And I'm not calling anybody out here. I really don't give a fuck. But, if that was me, if I had a girl come into my life and be like, yeah, you shouldn't be talking to your grandma. All right, well, I guess you can go ahead and pack your shit. You know what? one of the questions I got asked when I was a kid is, do you want me to be alone forever? And to ask your own kid that is kind of retarded, right? So my dad asked me that because I remember we all didn't like my stepmom at first, because obviously it's a new mom. No kid wants to see their dad marry someone else, right? This is a serious topic now, right? I remember my dad asking, do you want me to be alone forever? Acting like he was like 65 years old and this was his last chance to score a fucking couple's casket. Like, fucking idiot. And the answer is no. No one wants people to be alone forever, but I think you also have to respect not only your own decision, but the decision of your kids, or if you're divorced, your wife, or other way around. You get the idea. I think that's important. I think a lot of people fucking miss that because my allergies make my throat itch. That's why I've been having problems with that all night. But yeah, I don't know. I'm not talking down on anybody. For a moment, they did not get funny there. Dude, I had a fucking massive boner today at work. I had a fucking schlong hanging down my fucking pant leg. Oh, okay, speaking of work, so we got this new guy, right? I'm actually going to talk about work here for a minute because a lot's going on at work, and I'm not going to name drop. I'm not going to I'll position drop for sure. And yeah, so my boss, one of my bosses, got promoted. He is no longer going to be at this location by the time of next month. If you're listening to this, hope you're doing good. Hope you enjoy it there. And we got this new guy who is the same last name as our old maintenance man, Hitchcock. They're both last name Hitchcock. And I'm thinking to myself, what the fuck? I thought it was a joke. I thought they were fucking with me. Because everybody who on this podcast who's listened since the beginning has known that Hitchcock, it was like losing a best friend. Like someone I felt like should have been part of my life a lot longer. And so I saw the time punch card and I saw that it was like so-and-so Hitchcock. And I'm like, no fucking way. Now, at first, when I saw this guy, I'm not even going to lie to you. Meth head. Like, that's the vibe I got. But I wasn't going to let that sway me. I went up to him. I'm like, hey, so you know Hitchcock? He goes, me? I'm like, no, wait. No, sir, stop. Do you know Hitchcock? He goes, yeah, my last name's Hitchcock. And I'm like, no, we're going to call him Alex. We're going to call him Alex for this. No, Alex. I'm talking about James. Talk about James Hitchcock. And he's like, no. He goes, I have no idea who that is. I've heard his name a few times. And I'm like, oh my God, this is the worst conversation I've ever had with somebody. And I go, oh, well, then he threw out at me randomly. He goes, I have a big family though, and I haven't met them all yet. And I'm like, you're fucking 44. You look like you're in your fucking 50s, bro. God damn. Tell me you haven't met all your goddamn family yet. Get the fuck out of here. So, I walk away. And I'm like, all right, this guy's on fucking drugs. But the convenient thing is, they both live in the same neighborhood. So, I don't know if this guy was fucking with me. Or, like, he truly has no idea who this guy is. And everybody was just assuming that they're cousins. And, I think I was just more blown away by the fact that this guy looks like a meth head and we still hired him. My company, not like mine personally, like I do not own anything in this company, but we're so low on people. We went from having like 15 to 9 in like 2 weeks. It was a crazy change. With that being said, it's just like, well, damn near hire anybody. I'll tell you that much. I'm like, we need to start drug testing more. Been bothering my boss about that for the fucking past 3 weeks. I'm like, we need to drug test more. And to be honest, because I wanted to get one of my old coworkers fired. Because she smoked hella pot outside of work. And I'm like, if I could just get her drug tested once, she's out of here. Surprise drug test at fucking 5 a.m. Tuesday morning. That'd be amazing. I want to get drug tested. I want to go to a place and pee in a cup and then get breakfast afterwards because I know it's going to come back negative. Like, that's how confident I am. God, I'm so fucking tired. I'm just laying here. I'm sorry if this is like a boring podcast. You could click off, everybody. I promise it's not always like this. How did I get on this topic? Oh, about boners. That's right. I had a boner one time at work. That's where a lot of my boners come from at this point, like at work. I don't know why, but I'll just be there by myself, and I'm like, oh my god, titties, ass, eat that pussy like a taco, like the cream cheese from the bottom. So when you guys build a taco, we do meat, cheese. How do we build tacos? I hate hard tacos, but I'm imagining a taco right now. Not a soft shell, either a hard shell, which, by the way, is one of the worst fucking tacos you could ever eat. Well, why the fuck would I make a taco for it to break apart and I have to use a fork anyway to eat it? You're better off just putting it in a blender and drinking it like a protein shake. With that being said, right? If I was to build a hard taco right now, I would do beans, like like a thick bean, not like a runny black bean. I forgot the name of them. I would do sour cream. I would do cheese on top of the hot beans with some hot ground beef or chicken, whatever the fuck you use, I don't know. And then my vegetables. Is that how they always build them? I swear to God, Taco Bell used to build theirs like they would throw the sour cream on the side of the shell. Oh, you know what? I'm thinking about it right now. How, imagine... Oh, wait a second. Hold up. A fucking hard shell taco is literally just, all the ingredients of a burger. Between a bun. It's all the same shit. It's all the same shit. Oh, my God. I'm over here going, tacos and burgers for dinner. And I'm like, it's the same fucking thing. Difference is the shell and the breading is a little bit different. Okay, maybe a little bit more than just different. Because you could let's see, let's compare burgers. Alright, so burgers have, onions like tacos, lettuce like tacos, tomatoes like tacos, it's literally like copy and paste, ingredient-wise. Even the fucking meat. I don't know what kind of meat you guys use for your tacos, but I'm a ground beef kind of guy. I'll season it myself, throw a bunch of hot sauce in there. But no, I'm not wrong at all. I just realized that kind of pissed me off. Cause now it's I'm thinking to myself, I'm all that time wasted I've had. I go back and forth. I'm indecisive for hours. Oh my god, I'm fucking tired. I'm trying to push through right now, guys. This Zyrtec is hitting me hard, bro. I'm just I'm sitting here and I'm actually laying down, cuddled up inside the bed. I think that's why I can't focus. Joe Aesthetics died recently. He is a German bodybuilder. Prayers out for his family. And Keenan, if you're listening to this, fuck you. I do pray sometimes. Nah, he died, I guess, of a brain aneurysm. And, to me, I really thought he died because he was on a large amount of gear. He was on a lot of gear. And he even recently just admitted on a podcast not too long ago that he took 4 or 5 shots of steroids in one go because of peer pressure. And it's that's not cool. I don't know if they removed the podcast or not. I think it was with another famous bodybuilder, but, yeah, man, I was kind of shocked that he passed away, but everybody's he was clearly healthy, and it's no, he wasn't. The guy had a body fat of a fucking what's a really skinny animal, a snake. He had a body fat percentage of a snake. Couldn't sit there and tell me that he was healthy. Obviously a brain aneurysm. That's what they labeled it as. I'm not a doctor, so I can't tell you otherwise if they're lying, but I can tell you that I hope it was a quick death. I hope he wasn't in any pain. I guess he had neck pain a few days prior. It just kind of goes to show, though, that, oh my god. Oh, yeah. I took an allergy pill not to have this problem. And I'm over here fucking falling asleep. Ugh. Damn. Fucking misfiring four bang over here. Um. Sorry, I got a text right now. All right. Back to what I was saying. No, I mean, it's kind of just like I don't know exactly how brain aneurysms work. I'm not a doctor. I did not go to school for it, so I could tell you. But when people say he was healthy, I kind of question that because, like I was saying about the steroids and stuff. I mean, he had a muscle condition that made his chest do that weird fiber-looking thing, and as cool as it was, I mean, I have my suspicions. Like, would you want a guy? Well, okay. I'm trying to think of like an example. Let's say everybody loved Trump. Like 100% of America loved Trump. There was no more Democrats, and Trump ended up getting shot in the head. And they said, "Oh, he just passed away peacefully in his sleep to protect the people who love him." Right? I'm assuming that's kind of like what they're doing for Joe Aesthetics because I refuse to believe you're on that much fucking gear and you're not having your heart explode. Sorry, I just can't. But obviously, I hope nothing but the best for his family, obviously, and obviously we hope he's resting in peace. All right, I'm humble about it. I've wanted to juice so many times, but then I look at the side effects and it's just like hair loss. Nah, balding and hair loss are the big ones for me. But like testicle shrinkage, increased sex drive excited me. Man, I'm so fucking tired half the time. Like right now, I'm fucking drowning in drowsiness. I mean, I'll take the enhanced sex drive. I already fuck 6 times a week. I don't know if I can do it any more than that, but fuck. I hate, like, Braden the other day, by the way. I'm going to throw him under the bus. If you're listening to this and you know who Braden is, click off now. I guess Braden was telling me, he goes, when I'm alone and my girl is not in the mood, I'll jerk off about 3 or 4 times a day. And I'm like, what the fuck? And he goes, I don't even do it for pleasure after the second time. I just do it because I'm bored. And I'm like, that's bold. Because I can't even go fucking 3 rounds by myself. That's ridiculous. I don't like masturbating. I think I'm going to loop back to that because when you masturbate, I don't think you get everything out. I think you kind of like leave more unsatisfied. Like, like I'm a sick fuck, you know? Like, I'm really big into girl on girl, but, you know, when cream pie is falling into the recommendation list, it's kind of hard not to fall into that. Who doesn't like a good cream pie? I wish cream pies were like real life. You know, like when you cream pie, like oozes out of her like a fucking, like a pastry bag. Like when you cut the tip off and you're squeezing out the icing because you're trying to do a design. That's what I want it to look like. It does not look like that. But like I thrust deep in there when I'm fucking nutting, obviously. So if I have a kid anytime soon, don't be surprised. God damn. If I have a kid, I'll stop this podcast. Like, you won't hear from me again. I do not want kids. We were in fucking T-Mobile the other day, and this kid's climbing over the seat going, ow, 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 like making weird fucking noises. And I'm like, form of birth control. I said that shit out loud. Don't let your kid be running around fucking T-Mobile. It's not a playground. It's a fucking phone store. Like, there was 2 parents there, obviously, and this is what I heard their conversation, right? So she went to T-Mobile, this lady and her 2 kids and her mom, it sounded like, because her and her husband recently got a divorce. He ended up kicking her off the plan, which locked her out of her phone for good because it was a T-Mobile phone. So they were trying to figure out how to unlock it and what kind of fees they would have to pay, who they need to talk to, and yeah, I think they ended up getting unlocked, but they had to pay like a pretty big fee because her husband kicked her off the plan and shit. Which, by the way, I guess also costs a fee. Everything costs fees now. Fucking want to return something, fee. Want me to go look in the back? Fee. And if it's not fees, you got a tip. Like, why do you deserve a tip for just selling me a cell phone? Go ahead and click the 18, 20, or 22%. When the fuck do they automatically think that they deserve 22% every time you go out? I go based off service. You have shitty service, you're gonna shitty tip. You know? I mean, like, I've been pretty lenient lately. You know, I've been tipping fucking 12, $14. I accidentally tipped $25 last time I took fucking Great Clips. And before anybody roasts me, yes, I go to Great Clips. You want to know why? Because I have the same lady do my hair every time, except for these last two, and she does it perfect every single time. Yeah. Sorry, I'm checking my thing right now. How far am I in this podcast? I'm debating if I even want to upload this one. I'm so fucking tired. I don't think it's worth it. God damn, I'm already 36 minutes into this fucking thing. I don't know how I'm feeling right now. You know what? On that note, I'll see if I'll upload this. If I'll keep moving my mic. I'm too fucking tired. I'm like dozing off as I'm making this fucking podcast. I don't remember what I've talked about for the past fucking 40 minutes. Fuck it. I'll keep going. I'll find something to talk about. I gotta upload a podcast today. Y'all are gonna get a drowsy podcast. How's that sound? Oh, I gotta blow my nose. Oh my god. Oh my god, wet nose pussy. Yeah, bro, this fucking Zyrtex fucks you up, that's for sure. So, yeah, no, I was in Aldi the other day, and I'm walking around like a fucking crackhead, and, mostly because I am, and I was like, man, I really want, like, something sweet. I just got out of the gym, I was lifting pretty fucking heavy, I need sugar. Like, that's what my body was telling me. It's like, hey, bro, we need sugar or something because, like, we're exerted, right? And by the way, I'll explain the process while I get back comfortable in my bed. So when powerlifters, if you've seen it on TV, which I want to try the Hercules pulls. By the way, I want to try like the 2-pillar hold. I think I can hold it for a good fucking 10 seconds. That's saying something. No, so if you watch them lift, they end up eating like a chocolate bar or honey. And when I used to think that was weird, right? And I started lifting weights. Started getting the heavier weight category for my body weight. And I started to realize, I'm like, man, I just need sugar. And I used to tell myself, no, your body just wants it because it's unhealthy. And so I used to push that off until I had a chocolate bar one day after a workout, and I felt fantastic. Like, I felt brand new. And the reason for that is because you're replenishing those sugars you fucking had during the workout. Now, obviously, like, I take a pre-workout, a scuba pre-workout when I go to the gym almost every day. Not really healthy, but I mean, there's people out there fucking drinking Arnold Schwarzenegger's mass gainer, which can cause fucking like heart disease and shit, and they're perfectly fine. So, you know, I'll take that. But when you work out, you work that out of your system pretty fucking quick. Like, once you get tired after the first hour and 15 minutes, that 200 milligrams of caffeine's gone. I used to take the 600 milligram caffeine pre-workout. That shit was crazy. I was like, when I would take the 600 milligram of caffeine per scoop, I was like seeing through fucking walls and shit. I was like, oh my god, dude, I could see into another dimension. And I would get a pump like slamming this pre-workout, and I wouldn't eat anything sweet or sugary, like nothing like that. At all for the rest of the night. Like that was my only source of caffeine because I was so scared of having a heart attack. What's Oh, okay. So everybody, I texted Ella, one of my friends, and it's a romper meme. If anybody doesn't know what a romper is, it's kind of like a robe, but in order to pull it up, you have to pull it through the legs, up to the waist, and up to the boobs, and up to the shoulders. And so it's a meme about a girl going to the bathroom and she feels naked. And she goes, bro, I swear if you asked me this before, and every time I wear a romper, I go to the bathroom and I think of you. It's a curse for life. Yes, I left my mark. Good. Good. I went to the restaurant that she worked at, and they made a patty melt, and I got so fucking sick of it. Let's scroll through Snapchat stories. Ooh, don't know this person. What the? Was she wearing cowboy? What the? Okay. So I'm scrolling through Snapchat stories. I normally don't do that because I think it's fucking stupid. My friend John's sister Nikki, or I'm gonna name drop because it's pretty obvious. She owns a Jeep now. You know, not like she doesn't have kids to feed or anything, but whatever. Bought a Jeep, knowing that like, oh, I gotta save money. You know, like I have kids, gotta make sure that if something was to happen, I can take care of them. Nope. Bought a brand new 2023 Jeep. And now everything she do is Jeep related. Like she's like, got more ducks for my Jeep. Or she got like a Jeep tattoo and she got a little duck on top. And I'm like, bro, like you made your whole personality the Jeep. Now that's fine. But at the same time, it's also like, you know, no one really gives a fuck. All right. Like if I see you in Walmart and you're looking sexy as fuck, right? I'm not going to think, oh, I bet she drives a fucking Jeep. Oh, like you're fucking nut in your pants because she drives a Jeep. No, you're nutting because she has good looking boobs and you want to suck on them. Like that's what I'm thinking. Like when I'm walking around Walmart, you know, I'm not thinking that every girl's going, oh, he drives that truck out there. Oh, you know, he's like not fucking nutting all over the fucking shopping cart. By the way, Walmart now has competition with Target with who has the shittier wheels. Actually, I'm not gonna lie, Walmart's wheels in our area have gotten so good that like I don't have to like before I used to do a little quick test lap around the entrance to make sure it's not a shitty Walmart cart and I'd put it back. Now I can just grab one and do my shopping. That's so weird because forever I remember all the shopping carts were always, how the fuck do the wheels get messed up? You're pushing it. You're fucking pushing a shopping cart. It's not going more than 5 miles an hour. Consistently, at least. I don't know if you could get that up to 5 miles an hour. But it's like how oh you know what? You remember the good old days when your neighbor who had no car would take the shopping cart from Walmart and then they would return it the same day and walk home. And you're thinking to yourself, man, that's a good guy. He could run for president. But then you also remember that he kind of has a coke addiction and he's going to rehab for it because his work's making him go. And if he doesn't complete the rehab first try, he gets fired and loses his house. And he yells at the kids for playing in his yard. And you kind of think to yourself, you're like, people can't even fucking take care of shopping carts. It's like, imagine how they take care of their vehicles and their homes and all that shit. I don't know. I think it's kind of fucking gross. Like, I was sharing a fact today at work, and I was like, did you know that cum will turn certain carpets yellow? And when my coworker, like, was like, oh, that's stupid. That's not possible. Like, you could see the guilt on his face. That he's like, oh my god, that's why my carpet's yellow. Like, I don't know if I ever shared, you know, I'm not going to share this story. It's fine. I just realized I'm on a podcast. Yeah, no, he's like, cum doesn't turn yellow on a carpet. I said certain carpet. Like, I won't lie, I've gotten cum on my carpet before, and it did not turn yellow. In fact, it just made it crusty. So I guess that's kind of like a win-win. Because when your carpet's crusty, it's hard to break the formation, right? Is that how that works? Because, like, obviously over time, a carpet will sooner or later, like, will stand up like grass and then lay down like a farmer, right? I don't know, I just came up with that. So, my question is, how come when you use a brush, the same logic doesn't occur? right? You use a brush for 5 years. You walk on a carpet for 5 years. You know, you're using it about the same amount of time a day because you're obsessed with brushing your own hair because you like the way it feels and also you like the way it looks. And if you keep it good looking, people will like the way it looks as well. So, my question is, how come those bristles don't break down? Is it because it's not a lot of weight on the brush itself? You know? Does that make sense? Am I making sense right now? I don't know, man. I'm fucking, like I said, I'm hopping dimensions right now. I think I'm going to call it there for the podcast today. I'm falling asleep. I wonder if my watch charged or not. It's only fucking like 8 o'clock, so I couldn't tell you. I'm sorry this was a boring podcast, everybody. I feel like I could have done better. Expect another one here either tomorrow or Thursday. I don't even know if I'm going to upload this, and if I do, it won't be up for long. I should have fucking waited to take Zyrtec, but... Am I still recording? Yeah, I am. Okay. Alright, well, with that being said, if you liked what you heard today, which if you didn't, don't be scared to dislike this audio, alright? I'm not going to be upset. I understand. You know, we have our own opinions. But just know, your mom still supports me. Anyway, don't forget to like it. Don't forget to subscribe. Share with your friends and family. Anybody over the age of 18. Do not share this with your grandma. Don't share it with mine, and I think we'll be okay. Other than that, I will talk to you fucktards later.